Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Recently, documents that were previously concealed, 2 of them have been unsealed. That's according to James K. Filan's tweet, which states, XRP Community XRP SEC Gov versus Ripple XRP breaking. Below are the 2 legal memos that have now been unsealed. James goes on to inform us more about what is happening in court and how this big reveal will affect the outcome. He states in several tweets, overall favorable to Ripple and the individual defendants. Both memos are from Perkins Coie. The first memo was prepared in February 2012 and sent to Jed McCaleb and Jesse Powell. It says that if new coin is sold in what now would look like an ICO. I didn't see the term ICO used. It would be likely that it would be considered a security. But Ripple then revised its business plan and went back to Perkins Coie, which issued a second memo in October 2012. This second memo was sent to Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb. The October memo was more positive, and while it said that there was a small risk that the SEC could disagree, Perkins Coie concluded that Ripple credits should not be considered securities. The memo also suggested steps Ripple could take to minimize the risk that the SEC would disagree with Perkins Coie. The memos cover the full landscape of legal issues, not just the issue of securities, and I think show how careful Ripple was trying to be. Also, this was 5 years before the SEC really even started talking about digital tokens. It seems to me that Ripple was being very proactive, which is very important. There certainly is nothing in these memos that suggests that Ripple was being reckless or ignored any substantial risks. In fact, the memos suggest the opposite, that Ripple was being careful. Now, what do you see? The whole time, Ripple wasn't reckless and really took their time to ensure that they are on the right track. The only difference is Ripple was ahead of its time, since the SEC hadn't even ventured into the digital tokens world. But if they already had this information, then why would they go after Ripple? What's their agenda? Oh no, this favors Ripple, and in case there are any chances of securities sold, it wasn't from Ripple's ignorance. On the contrary, it just so seems that they tried everything to ensure that they are on the right track. What's more, the company was working hand in hand with the regulatory body. If there's anything that was going to work in favor of Ripple, it's this part right here. It clearly states that the commercial nature of Ripple credits should not be considered as securities. Now, this will likely work in favor of Ripple, and the company will soon have to settle. It's either the SEC accepts defeat or they end up further embarrassing themselves in court. What am I talking about? Now, I started talking about litigation. When you and your client agree on a certain story, that's it. The narrative should remain the same till the end. Otherwise, the other party will pick up on it and will easily burrow holes in your entire case. And that's what Ripple is about to do to the SEC. At the start of this court case, the SEC presented a case where they said whatever Hinman said was his personal opinion. I hope you all remember that. Then they presented a document that states Hinman and other SEC staff used the speech to provide public guidance. If there's anything that was going to work in favor of Ripple, it's this part right here. It clearly states that the commercial nature of Ripple credits should not be considered as securities. Now, this will likely work in favor of Ripple, and the company will soon have to settle. It's either the SEC accepts defeat or they end up further embarrassing themselves in court. What am I talking about? Now, I started talking about litigation. When you and your client agree on a certain story, that's it. The narrative should remain the same till the end. Otherwise, the other party will pick up on it and will easily burrow holes in your entire case. And that's what Ripple is about to do to the SEC. At the start of this court case, the SEC presented a case where they said whatever Hinman said was his personal opinion. I hope you all remember that. Then they presented a document that states Hinman and other SEC staff used the speech to provide public guidance as to how CorpFin would apply to the federal securities laws to offer and sales of digital assets, including Ether. That's a complete opposite to their whole defense plan. It now opens up the possibility that the SEC could now lose the case. The judge had already confirmed that Hinman's speech was his personal opinion, and that's what the SEC actually pointed out in the first place. And they got what they wanted. Now they've completely changed their position on this statement. Instead of this looking better for the SEC, it's actually going to be worse for their case. This might actually put the Hinman speech back in play. Do you see the circus the SEC is playing in court? I mean, who the hell is guiding these people? They are literally conducting the most unlawful case ever in the history of cryptos. Unfortunately, all their back and forth will now cause their downfall. I do believe we are about to witness the court loss of all time. And XRP will push to a new all-time high with this. So if you have XRPs in your wallet, just hold on. I don't even think Ripple needs to go digging for evidence. The SEC is actually providing all of that on a silver platter with all their mishaps in court. Yep, that's right. As the regulatory body tries to prove their point, they're unintentionally providing enough evidence that Ripple can use against them. Stick around to find out more about what's happening in court. In the meantime, we're going to take a look at the technical analysis. Crypto whales have been busy accumulating XRP in recent months, with over $708 million worth of the digital asset bought in January alone. That's according to the data provider Sentiment. The buying spree has pushed the total amount of XRP held by crypto's biggest players to a new all-time high of $8.1 billion. The price is out now from a relatively long triangle. First of all, what we need is confirmation by a higher high and higher low price action. Bitcoin has rebounded by approximately 40% after being stopped at key supply zones where 200 EMA and anchored VWAP are sitting as marked in the chart. If you look at the candle formed on January 24th, the abnormal huge volume and thin spread candle may get your attention. It was followed by thin spread candles with volume reduced drastically. In my view, I think sellers are tired and buyers can relatively easier move the price higher until it came to the level of 45,000. The candle pattern made me a little bit disappointed because I'm bullish on Bitcoin. At least give me one yellow volume bar. The second revisit was definitely a failure due to the low volume. I think Bitcoin is forming a sideways structure, an accumulation. I would be interested in the bottom zone between 33 and 35,000. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.